You believe that the market is pricing on already a recovery for the future? And if that is true, then when do we see that recovery in a meaningful way?
Well, at this point, with the market up so much, we're not as bullish as we were. We're a bit maybe even on the cautious side right now for global markets, global equity markets. But yes, it's been a great rally from the bottom in Japan as well as in the States. And in Japan, we don't see a recession coming. In the States, we also have thought for quite some time that we would skirt recession, but growth is quite slow in the States. It hit 2 negative quarters of GDP, whereas Japan announced today that although its GDP for the second quarter was a bit below consensus, it revised up the first quarter number to a positive number from a negative number. So no negative GDP quarters for Japan so far.
No negative quarters for GDP, so far. But I want to understand about private consumption, because that seems to be an area of concern in a lot of big economies. You look at China, you look at India, and the consumer seems to be slowing down. What's the profile, and how would you play that theme in Japan?
Well, in Japan, consumers have been pretty cautious during the pandemic. And just like almost everywhere else, there's been a supply shortage of cars. So there's a lot of pent-up demand in autos that's probably going to be released in the next couple of quarters. So overall, we think both auto and non-auto demand should continue growing in Japan, somewhat differently from other parts of the globe. And yes, Japanese tend to be quite cautious about the pandemic, but they are coming back to the restaurants and outside activities much more than before.